All right, here we go. So, El Clasico. I know you're wondering, this is a Manchester United channel. And yeah, I do have my other channel, but honestly, I decided to do it on here, right? Kind of a last minute decision. So here we are, Clasico, corner punched away by Barcelona or by Real Madrid. Here come Real Madrid on the break. Valverde down the right hand side. Looking inside, got some space. Vinicius Jr. Tried to get it through to Mbappe. Vinicius Jr. into the box. Oh, that's a foul. It's a penalty kick. Penalty kick already. Oh my goodness. Lamine Yamal gave away the penalty kick. Oh my goodness. Is he going to give him a red card too? No way. That's crazy. I got in here just in time. Wow. Just watching the replay now. They're checking to see if Vinny Jr. was in an offsides position or not when he got the ball. I'm just going to close a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of tabs, so that way I don't get choppy. Ooh, that's tight. He might be off. I don't know. It might be an offsides decision. Drama already in the match. Oh, if he turns this over, penalty. Okay. No penalty. I thought he said penalty just now. What? Nah, the referee blew that one. He messed up. That's a terrible call. If I'm a Madrid fan, I'm fuming right now. Wow. What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Arda Güler standing over the dead ball, goes to the box, far post, looking for Bellingham. Bellingham brings it down, overcooks the cross, out of bounds. Wow, drama already. What do you think? Was that a penalty or was it not? I think it was a clear penalty. I mean, I don't know how you missed that. Look, Yamal did not get a touch on the ball. The only argument you can make is that Yamal, in a way, was closer, and this is a stretch, intentional stretch, but Yamal was going to be closer to the ball, and that Vinny kicked through the back of Yamal's leg as opposed to Yamal actually fouling Vinny. That's the only way I can see that the referee looked at it and didn't call it a penalty. Because otherwise, in my eyes, it's a penalty. But that's the only little bit of wiggle room I could give the referee. Anyway, here's Rashford on the ball. Rashford looking inside. Rashford again still, but loses it into the box. Madrid clear. De Jong goes to recover. So while Barcelona have the ball, just a quick, you know, starting 11. Real Madrid, Courtois, Valverde, Militao, Huijsen, Carreras. Still mad about that one. Across the back four, Guler, Chouamini, Camavinga, Vinny. Midfield four, Bellingham, Mbappe up front. For Barcelona, Szczesny in goal. Balde, Garcia, Kubarsi, Kunde across the back four. Lopez, De Jong, Pedri make up the midfield three. And the attacking three is Rashford, Torres, and Lamau. He's offsides on that one. Adjust my camera here. There we go. It's a little better. Bellingham out wide to Valverde. Looks like Valverde's pushed way up. He's pushed high. Militao goes back to Courtois. Vinny Jr. on the ball. Tried that through pass for Mbappe. Didn't quite come off. But he gets the ball back. Vinny swings it across. But it bounces off of, what's that, Pedri? Lamine on the ball. Penetrating pass to Rashford. Rashford to Torres. Back out to Lamau. Lamau, far off. Not quite. What do you guys think? What do you think about this one so far? Started out end to end, to be honest. Uh-oh. Ball is kind of back and forth right now outside of Real Madrid's box. Barcelona come away with it. Kunde inside to De Jong. De Jong looking for an option. Here come Barcelona. Oh. Clear by Carreras. Wow. This game is end to end right now. Oh, wait. Does Hansi Flick have a red card? Hansi Flick has a red card. He's suspended. All right. So that's why he's not on the touchline right now. Barcelona working across the back line. Out to Kunde. Yamal on the ball. De Jong in the center circle. Pedri on it now. Pedri brings it forward. De Jong again. De Jong to Rashford. Rashford and Torres play a quick 1-2. Balde on the ball on the left-hand side. De Jong, Pedri. To Kubarsi. To Garcia. Out to Balde. And back to Szczesny. Barcelona trying to find a way through. Trying to find a way through. Madrid are kind of sitting a bit deep. Militao wins that header. Ball falls to Mbappe, who takes a first-hand shot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What a goal from Kylian Mbappe. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is why he is paid the big bucks. Wow. What a strike from Mbappe. Wow. Wow. What a goal. Wow. I'm just tweeting that out right now. Oh my goodness. What a goal. What a goal. I mean, whew. Wow. I'm like stunned into silence right now. What a goal from Mbappe. What a goal. They're checking it right now to make sure he was on sides. Offsides. Ah. I'd feel hard done by right now if I'm a Real Madrid supporter. I mean, I like Real Madrid, like Barcelona. I was a Manchester United supporter. I'd feel hard done by. Penalty taken away. It should have been a penalty if you ask me. That goal was a little close. I mean, ugh. Wow. Let me know what you guys think though. Let me put a little poll in the chat here. Real Madrid. Putting a poll in the chat, so stay tuned for that. Barcelona. All right, who are you supporting? Let's go. Let's find out. Let's find out. Kunde and Carreras challenge for the header. Kunde comes out ahead. Ball falls to Lamau. Oh, Militao is there to clean up. Thought Lamine Yamal was going to get on that one. I'll tell you what, if Barcelona score in the next like 10, 15 minutes, I would be ticked if I was Real Madrid. Because again, penalty denied, and then the offsides call there for a sensational strike from Mbappe. Oh, let me put this out on X as well. Get some more folks in here to watch with us. Where's that little siren button? There it is. Turnover, but Barcelona have it back. Let me know. Get in the poll here. Who are you supporting? Barcelona, Real Madrid. Hey, you know what? I should have added a third option. Let me change that. Can I edit this poll? Let me do another one. Let's do this instead. Who are you supporting? We'll add neutral in there. Yeah, they just showed the cut screen again on the offsides call. It was like an eyelash. That was crazy. There we go. Poll is in the chat. Who are you supporting? Real Madrid, Barcelona, or are you neutral? Barcelona on the ball. Kubarsi at the halfway line over to Garcia. Garcia brings it forward. That flies over everyone's head into Courtois' arms. Real Madrid playing out of the back down the right-hand side. Good switch by Camavinga. Over to Carreras. Carreras out to Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. powering in the left-hand side at Koundé. Tries to twist him up but loses it. Barcelona clear. Lamine Yamal on the ball into the Real Madrid half. That's a good tackle. That's a great tackle. Hello, hello. YouTube bro U3U. That's a great tackle from Goulet. Is Trent still hurt? What's going on with him? Oh, no, he's on the bench. Okay, so you might see him today. Yeah, Madrid have Carvajal, Endrick, Rodrigo, Alexander Arnold, Lunin, Garcia, Asensio, Ceballos, Garcia, Diaz, Mendy, and Mastattuono on the bench. Barcelona have Araujo, Casado, Martin, no relation. Bernal, Torrent, Fernandez, Bargi, Fernandez, Cochin, Aller, Espart. My prediction is my prediction is a I feel like Barcelona might scam one here. I think Barcelona might scam one just because those calls for Real Madrid, because they had the penalty denied. The Mbappe goal was offsides by literally an eyelash. I mean, it was so close to offsides. So I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where they had a couple chances to go not only one up but two up, didn't fall their way, and then Barcelona might get a goal or two, and momentum shifts. You know, watching on my tablet. I am streaming on my tablet. Real Madrid playing out of the back. Goulet with a new iffy back pass, but it got there to Valverde. Chouamini down the line. That ball stays in. Now it's out. Real Madrid throw in. It is streaming on Hulu, ESPN. Let me see. It's streaming on ESPN, and let me see who else. Who else is streaming it? ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Plus, and Fubo TV. So if you've got a subscription to any of those, you can probably watch it live. ESPN2, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Plus, Fubo TV. Right now, it is a throw-in. This referee's making himself the main character right now. Oh, that's not a foul. I can't show the match because I would get in some big trouble for that. I will get sued. Yeah, I can't show you the match. I can commentate on it and we can talk about it together, but I can't stream it on here because I would get sued for that and I'd be in big trouble. There's a give and go. Oh, almost give and go. Not quite full. Oh, Mbappe's through. Mbappe's through. 1-0 Real Madrid. I was wrong. 1-0 Real Madrid. 1-0. There's no calling that one back. No calling that one back. I forgot to change the score back after the first Mbappe chance or so. It's right now though, right? It's right. It's right. Mbappe 1-0. Mbappe. Well, they're looking at it again. What? Okay, watching the replay here. Bellingham, he turns, spins. Mbappe looks level. He looks level with Kabarsi at least. Watch without subscription. That I don't think so. Everything's behind a paywall these days, unfortunately. If the referee turns this one over, I will be very suspicious. It stands. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, if the referee turns over that goal from Mbappe after the missed penalty call and after the offsides called on Mbappe's first goal, no goal, I would be very suspicious. But the goal stands 1-0 Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe. Here comes Marcus Rashford. He's fouled. It's a foul by Valverde. Yeah, it's absolutely a foul, absolutely yellow card. I mean, honestly, Barcelona should take a page out of Real Madrid's book, right? They've got Rashford up there. He's fast, right? So just kind of, in a way, do what Real Madrid just did to you. Do it, Barcelona. You should do that with Marcus Rashford. Use his speed. Very quickly, standings, as you know, surprise, surprise. Real Madrid, Barcelona are 1 and 2. Live table right now, Real Madrid are number one on 27 points. If this result stands, Barcelona would be second place on 22 points. Again, if this result stands, that's your live table. Vinny Jr. switches to point of attack over to Camavinga. Camavinga brings it down. Valverde, Chouamini has it now. Real Madrid are in Barcelona's half. However, they have turned back. Oh, that was weird. There was a little bit of a tip between Militao and Ferran Torres just now. It looked like Militao threw an elbow up at Torres, but ref didn't spot it, so we play on. Big switch out to Camavinga. Camavinga will he get there? He gets there almost to the corner flag. Camavinga inside to Bellingham. Oh, Bellingham tried it through. Bellingham again. Bellingham shot deflected wide. That could have deflected into the back of the net. Real Madrid pressing here right now. Real Madrid are on the front foot. They're buoyed by that goal. Yeah, that was a shot from Bellingham deflected off of Kabarsi. That could have sent Szczesny the wrong way. Luckily, it went wide for the Barcelona supporters. Yeah, it's not looking good right now for Barcelona. Madrid are they've been spurred on by that goal from Mbappe, and now they're on the front foot. Short corner, Valverde back out wide to Mbappe. Mbappe tries to play a ball in, it's deflected. Valverde over the ball, over the bar, over the bar. Valverde just tried a long range effort about 20 yards out. More like 24 yards out, probably. Either way, over the bar. Short kick from Barcelona. They're trying to play out of the back. They are unsuccessful. Ball turned over. Valverde is on it at the halfway line. Chouamini goes back to Militao. Militao over to Huijsen. Huijsen out wide to Carreras, who goes down the left-hand side. Ooh, tried a little roll there. Didn't quite come off. Stonewalled. Here comes Lamine Yamal the other way. Lamine Yamal against Huijsen. Housen. Sorry, I say Huijsen. Housen. I say I pronounce it the American way. Sorry, Housen. Housen. Let me get that right. Housen. Rashford on the ball. De Jong. Kabarsi. Yeah, is Rafinha hurt? I think he's hurt. And that's the only thing about these matches, right? Is I know on paper it's another league match, but this is like one of the most, you know, the biggest matches, not only in La Liga but in world football, right? So I wish they would almost postpone it until both teams are at full strength, right? Because there's always that little bit of a asterisk next to the match, right? So, for instance, there's no Rafinha, right? He's injured, and he's a major player for Barcelona. So it's like, would things be different if Rafinha was there? I think so. Vinny just smashed the ball off of Lamine Yamal out of bounds for a throw in. See ya. See you later. It's a throw in for Real Madrid. That was a iffy throw in, but it paid off. Militao over to Valverde. Valverde brings it forward. Camavinga, he's pushed back, goes all the way back to Courtois, who's outside his box. Howson now on the ball. Howson walking it forward out to Carreras. Left hand side. Carreras, ooh, was looking for Mbappe with a through pass, but didn't quite come off. Barcelona cut that out. Here comes Bellingham down the right hand side for Real Madrid. That was a very soft foul. Wow. That was a bit of a soft call. Oh, quick restart. Real Madrid started the game again so quickly after that foul that even the cameras weren't quite prepared for it. Mbappe with the shot blocked by Chesney out for a corner kick for Real Madrid. Say we're already in the 29th minute. This half is flying by. Corner kick, ball in. That lands in the box and floats all the way through. No one gets on the end of it. Vinicius Jr. saves it at the corner flag, recycles it to Valverde. Valverde, Chouamini. Chouamini chips it in, looking for Howson. Howson! Ooh! Big save from Chesney. Howson almost got on the end of that one. Whew. Barely. Barely, 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 barely. Another corner. Chesney punches away. Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal trying to dribble his way out of it. Looks inside. Ball is loose. There's a scrap. There's a scrap. No one's got a foot on it. Everyone's falling everywhere. Barcelona come away with it. There was about 5 players on the ground at one time from both Barcelona and Real Madrid collectively. And this midfield scrap just now, Bellingham just kicked the crap, honestly, out of De Jong. Barcelona ball, but turned it over. Oof. Mbappe is just too fast for the Barca defense. He's got them pinned back so deep, and they're trying to play out. They're trying to get a high line going. Rashford's down hurt. Rashford's holding his face. Rashford's up now. But yeah, Mbappe, he's just too fast for Barcelona. They're trying to play their high line. They're trying to play out the back, all that good stuff. But the time they turn it over, it's one through pass, and Mbappe's in. Short corner to Camavinga. Camavinga back to Guller. Rashford blocks it out for another corner kick for Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid are going to get a second one here before halftime. 32nd minute, another corner. Arda Güler to take for Real Madrid. Ball's in. Rashford again with a defensive effort, only as far back as Valverde. Too big of a touch there from Goulet, trying to switch the point of attack, but it bounces out for a Real Madrid throw anyway. Yeah, Barcelona are kind of pinned in right now. What do you guys think? Barcelona is pinned in at the moment. Let's check the poll. 2 votes, 1 vote for neutral, 1 vote for Barcelona in terms of who's supporting who. No Real Madrid fans in here. Okay. Wieston or Housen. I keep on calling him Wieston. I know it's Housen, but I see it and my mind says Wieston. I know it's Housen. My mind just reads it the American way. Housen played that out for a Barcelona throw. Barcelona have the ball right now. Barcelona trying to find a way through. Their attack looks a bit blunt, and this is what I was saying earlier, right? Like, I almost wish that these games, I know they're league games, they're on paper just a league game, but I wish that they would wait until, everyone's fully fit. I wish they'd move some things around, right? Move some matches around in the hopes that you get a fully fit. And I know that's totally outlandish for me to say it, totally ridiculous, but I just I hate when, key players are missing. Like, for instance, Barcelona's missing Rafinha. So it always kind of puts a little bit of a shadow on the game when they're not both fully fit. Barcelona on the ball with De Jong. De Jong. Barcelona coming forward into the box. Into the box. Garcia. Oh, saved by Courtois. That was a very, very weak shot from Garcia, which is why you don't have a center back taking shots like that. He tried to pass it. The angle was right. The placement was right. It was just he rolled it. Like, I could have saved that. Courtois out to Camavinga, who saves it. Bellingham, Valverde, Bellingham down the right-hand side, trying to find a way into the middle. A little quick touch from Bellingham. Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Vinny Jr. Oh, saved by Chesney. I feel like Mbappe was trying to be a little too cute there. I think he should have just smashed it. Camavinga, was he tripped in the box? No, he wasn't. Here comes Marcus Rashford away with the ball. Looking for Lamine Yamal. Valverde fouled Rashford again. He's already on a yellow card. So this game could take a twist if Valverde doesn't keep his head and gets another yellow card. Could be 11-10, which would flip the game on its head, clearly. De Jong looking for a pass. Yamal. Remy Lopez back to Yamal. Yamal into the box. That is, the ball's bouncing around still. Referee calls a foul eventually. Sometimes the referees, I feel like they just, when there's like a scramble for the ball and there's bodies flying and legs flying and people start falling over, I feel like there's no actual foul. I feel like the referee just at some point is like, look, I just want this scrum to be over, so I'm just going to call a foul one way or the other. You ever notice that? Just like watch next time. Watch next time there's a bit of a scrap for the ball and people are jumping forward and falling and flailing and the ball's bouncing around. No one has any clear control over it. Just watch. I feel like sometimes the referees, they just blow the whistle just to break up the play, just to get everyone off the ground. I don't know. I feel like it's lazy refereeing if you ask me, but whatever. Kick from Courtois goes long up the pitch. That goes over everyone's head. Balde throws it in. Cabarsi in his own box, takes it out of his box, goes back to Chesney. Chesney over to Garcia. Garcia tries to look inside to Ferran Torres. Penetrating pass from Housen. Carreras. Oof. Shot from Bellingham. I tell you, Real Madrid, when they get the ball, they are lightning quick in this match. I mean, as soon as the ball is turned over, Real Madrid is like boom. Like that pass from Hausen straight up the pitch was a laser. Yeah, Barcelona are just getting outplayed right now. Arda Güler on the left hand side. Mbappe does not get there ahead of Chesney. Chesney comes out as quick off his line. Man, I can't even take a breath from this game. Let me see what's the poll looking like. 3 votes, 67% Barcelona, 33% neutral. Still no Real Madrid fans in here. Courtois out to Valverde. Valverde looks inside to Güler. Güler under pressure, loses it outside of his box. Rashford into the box. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. Fermin Lopez 1-1. 1-1. Game on. Game on. Güler lost it outside of his box. Turned it over to Barcelona. Barcelona capitalized. Quick pass from Balde to Rashford. Rashford head up play in the box. Found Fermin Lopez 1-1. 1-1. Game on. What do you think? What do you think? Tell me what you think. Who wins it now? I was talking about Real Madrid winning it. I thought Real Madrid were on the front foot, but that's the funny old game, right? You switch off for a second, like Güler did. Barcelona capitalize. That's annoying. I'd be frustrated too if I was Courtois because Courtois, like he reached out. If he had his hands already extended, he might have got a hand on that. But he kind of had his hands like this, and then he shot him out. But it was a little bit too slow. If he had his hands already out, he may have saved that. That was fingertips. That was fingertips. Here's Real Madrid. Carreras into the box, deflected out by De Jong for a corner kick. Real Madrid. Güler jogging over to take. He's got to shake off that mistake now and put a good ball into the box here. Hand up. Ball is up. Far post. Ooh, that took a weird bounce. That was flipped on by Militao. The ball looked like it was going out, but took like a weird bounce off the turf. Ended up hitting a Barcelona player and going over the end line for another corner kick for Real Madrid. That took a weird spin off the turf there. Güler from the other side taking the corner kick. Ball in. Chesney comes up the punch, half clear, flicked clear. Lamine Yamal inside. Fermin Lopez. Here come Barcelona. Here come Barcelona. Through ball. Through ball to. Oh, cut out. Cut out by Camavinga. I see we've got an Arda Güler fan in the chat. Oh man, Camavinga did well to get back on that one. All right, yeah, we got you. We got you. We see it. You're a fan of Arda Güler, Turkey. All right, man. We got it. We got the message. Ball in from Barcelona. Ooh, flick. That was loose. That almost could have. That could have gone the wrong way. Here comes Vinny Jr. on the break. On the break. Oh, that's a foul. Referee. That's gotta be a hard yellow. That's oof. I don't know. How do you feel about professional fouls? I know the last man back rule obviously has a straight red card, but how do you feel about what you saw just now with Pedri, who absolutely had a handful of Vinny Jr.'s shirt and was like just pulling back like he's doing a seated row in the gym, right? How do you feel about that? Sometimes those annoy me because it's like, if it's a professional foul, you catch up and you foul the player. yellow card, but I don't know. Sometimes when it's like such an obvious, just I'm pulling you back with all my might, handful of your shirt to stop the play. I don't know. Those is that cause for like what was it, an experimental orange card or blue card at one point they were talking about? Would that be the example for that? 2-1, Bellingham. Too easy. Too easy for Barcelona on that one. I mean, for Real Madrid on that one. 2-1. 2-1. Hi, Kemaru, Layla, hi, how are you? Who are you supporting in this match? I won't ask who you think will win because everyone's going to say Real Madrid now because they're scoring. They're in the lead. But who are you supporting? Are you a Barcelona fan? Are you a Real Madrid fan? You just want to see a good match? Let me know. Oh, and please, please, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. So Balde and Militao were challenging for the ball. Militao won the header, flicked it back across. Howson misses the header. It goes over his head, and it falls right to Bellingham, who just put it right into the back of the net. Didn't even run to celebrate. It was so easy. It was so cool and calm. He put it in the back of the net, and then he just kind of walked to the corner. All right, VAR involved again. It's a goal. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like this referee is starting to annoy me. This referee has main character syndrome. Like he's looking at VAR. He was looking at VAR on that last goal just now. I don't know why, because it was clearly a clean, fair play. But it's like he wants to just like control the audience. I don't know. He wants to control the crowd. It's annoying. Anyway, game is restarted. 45th minute. Throw in for Barcelona. The Madrid fans are jumping. Barcelona back to Chesney in his box. Chesney over to Cabarsi. Cabarsi under pressure from Mbappe and Vinny Jr. Cabarsi goes long. Center of the pitch. Valverde on the ball. Now Howson. Howson out to Vinny Jr. wide on the touchline. Carreras on the overlap. Vinny Jr. just toying with De Jong. Goes around him. Vinny Jr. is just dancing now. He's just dancing. He knows it's almost halftime. He's just dancing. Mbappe, Goulet, Mbappe, 3-1. Offsides. Offsides. Yeah, Vinny Jr. was out there dancing. If you guys didn't see it, he was putting on the show. He was putting on the show in that corner. Yeah, Real Madrid, they're enjoying it right now. The fans are enjoying it. The players are enjoying it going into halftime here. Here come Real Madrid down the right hand side. Camavinga. Far post. Vinny Jr. Bad touch. Bad touch. Out for a throw. Oh, 6 minutes of stoppage time. Wow. Okay. So we're in for a little bit more here. Throw in from Barcelona. Lamine Yamal inside to Pedri. Pedri's fouled. Pedri's fouled by Bellingham. De Jong puts it down, looking for a quick restart, but Mbappe gets in the way. Finally, the game's restarted. Here comes Lamine Yamal. Kunde over to Cabarsi. Cabarsi to Garcia. Garcia drives forward. Garcia is still on it. Garcia looking for options, goes to Rashford. Rashford goes inside to Ferran Torres, who gets fouled. Or he's not fouled. I thought he was fouled. I thought he was fouled. The announcers in the stream I'm listening to thought he was fouled too, but I guess Torres was not fouled. Courtois out to Carreras. Carreras brings it down, goes down the line, goes down the touchline, loses the ball, turns over to Barcelona. Barcelona into Rashford. Rashford nowhere to go. Tries to play. Well, he does play a successful pass to Balde. I didn't think he was going to get there. Rashford has it back now. Rashford to Pedri in the midfield. Pedri pushes forward. Pedri bounces back out to De Jong. De Jong to Rashford. Rashford tried to play it across to Lamine Yamal. That's cut out by Real Madrid. Ball bounces loose. Vinny Cabarsi chase. Cabarsi wins that foot race, goes back to Szczesny inside his box. Szczesny to De Jong. De Jong back out to Cabarsi. Pressure alleviated. Here comes Koundé. Koundé tries to look over the top to Rashford. That's much too long and much too off target, much too inaccurate. Courtois rolls it out to Housen. Housen to Goulet. Goulet out to Carreras. Carreras back to Goulet. Housen, Chouamini, Camavinga. It's too easy for Real Madrid to get out. Way too easy. Carreras down the left-hand side. Inside to Bellingham. Bellingham to Mbappe. Mbappe tries to get around. He stops short. Balde closed the door on Mbappe. Here comes Rashford. Nah, Rashford couldn't get it under control fast enough to get that pass off. De Jong comes into the center circle. Hits a pass to Rashford into the corner. Valverde chasing. Rashford claims a foul from Valverde. I think he's trying to get Valverde sent off because he knows he has a yellow card already. Yeah, I didn't really see anything in that, to be honest. Garcia, Balde, Garcia coming across to the center of the pitch over to Koundé. Koundé, Ferran Torres, who's put on his butt again. Koundé back across. Rashford, Torres. No. Yeah, that's the thing. Barcelona's attack just looks so stunted right now. It's not. There's no real impetus. Yes, I know they scored, but like, I don't know. It just looks very blunt. I know Rashford likes to attack from the left hand side, but I'd almost put him into a more central role. Tchouameni overcooked the pass. He was looking for Mbappe in the last minute of stoppage time here. Here come Barcelona forward. Balde, De Jong. That's the thing. Like Barcelona, they get down here into Real Madrid's half, and then they just start walking. They're walking. No one's really moving. They're not moving the ball quickly enough. It's blunt and boring. De Jong crowded off of it by Real Madrid. Here comes Camavinga. Camavinga cuts it back. Here comes Real Madrid for one last attack. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. Oh, he skips around Koundé like he's a freaking training cone. Oof. If Real Madrid scored that one, that would have been a heck of a way to go into halftime. That would have been up 3-1. But that is the halftime whistle. It is 2-1. Real Madrid, 2 goals. Barcelona, 1 goal. Yeah, let's talk about the first half. Mbappe scored the 22nd minute. Fermin Lopez scored in the 38th minute. Sorry, I'm about to like burp here. Sorry. Don't want to burp in your ears. So yeah, Fermin Lopez equalized 16 minutes after Mbappe's goal, and then Bellingham came with the easy tap in the 43rd minute. So right off the bat, controversy, right? That Lamine Yamal challenge on Vinicius Jr. I thought was a penalty kick. I think the whole world thought it was a penalty kick. The referee overturned it. The only reason I could see the referee overturning that is because he thought maybe, just maybe, the ball was slightly too far away. Lamine was slightly closer with his foot. His foot was slightly closer as Vinny drew his leg back to take a shot. Therefore, Vinny kicks through the back of Lamine Yamal's leg. And so you could argue, you could somewhat, just a little bit argue that maybe Lamine Yamal was there first. Although he didn't get the ball, he was in position first, and Vinny Jr. kicked through Lamine Yamal's leg. That's the only thing I can see the referee saying in his mind when he looks at that back on VAR. Because otherwise, to me, it was a clear penalty. That's what I think. I think it was a clear penalty. So I think Real Madrid were hard done by on that one. And then moments later, there was a chance, a beautiful strike. I mean, Mbappe caught Chesney sleeping or something. But Mbappe catches a volley off of a turnover from Barcelona, shoots it, kind of bends it, kind of slices it a bit, so the ball is going like this, and it curves away at the last second, right? Kind of like a baseball pitch. Um, and Chesney didn't have a chance. Back of the net, beautiful strike. Referee called it off sides. So those were all before any goals came in this match. So two controversial moments. The offsides, okay, was offsides by like I said, an eyelash. It was very thin. The penalty kick, that was a terrible no call. Or a terrible turnover of a call, right? So off the bat, um, controversial. Um, but yeah, honestly, like I was saying before, though, it's a little bit disappointing to not have Rafinha on the pitch. He is a big time player uh, for Barcelona. So it does put a little bit of a shadow over the game. And you can see in Barcelona's attack, they're missing that bit of something. They're missing that spark, right? You look at Real Madrid, they've got Vinny Jr., they've got Mbappe. Those two guys alone, you know, two major sparks on their own, right? Obviously, Bellingham doing what Bellingham does, Goulet doing what he does, and then I kind of see like a Tchouaméni and Camavinga kind of as supporting players to the stars there, right? But you look at Barcelona, you got Rashford out there who's got some speed. Um, you got Lamine Yamal on the other side, who was fairly quiet that first half, if you ask me. Apart from giving away the penalty, um, that was ultimately overturned. Um, there's not really much going on for Barcelona, you know, not really a whole lot. Ferran Torres isn't doing a ton. I mean, yes, the goal came from Lopez, put it back in the net, but otherwise, not a ton from Barcelona. Like if I'm Barcelona, what I would do, I know that Rashford likes to play off the left-hand side. I would almost make him more of a centralized player to try and pin Militao and Howson back a bit more. Because right now Militao and Howson are having a field day with Ferran Torres, right? They're not, he's not doing anything, to be honest. So I would put Rashford centrally if I'm Barcelona and just try and keep um Howson Militao pinned back. Um I would switch Lamine Yamal to the other side to where Rashford's playing right now. Have him have a go at Valverde, although I think Real Madrid is taking Valverde off the pitch at the moment. Um, I think Carvajal is going to come in for Valverde, but if Valverde is still on the pitch, I would switch and put Lamine Yamal over there and draw another yellow card and get Valverde sent off. Again, I know no one likes to hear get someone sent off, but like I'm just talking tactics right now, right? If I'm Barcelona, that's what I would do. And like I said, I would put Rashford more central to try and try and pin back House and Militao. That's what I would do. Um, if I'm Madrid, I would keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, Madrid are getting quite a bit of joy with their very direct balls through to Vinny Jr. and to Mbappe, right? If you know that's what Real Madrid's doing. As soon as the ball turns over, it's like a straight direct pass or a through ball to a streaking Vinny Jr. or to a streaking Mbappe, and it's a shot or something happens out of it, right? And just Barcelona just can't deal with it. So, like I said, if I'm Barcelona, if I'm Real Madrid, I keep doing the same. From Barcelona, I make some changes. But let me know your thoughts on the first half. I'm going to read you some of the stats too. I know I read you the goals already, but let me read you the technical stats. So, 10 shots for Real Madrid, 6 shots for Barcelona, 6 shots on target for Real Madrid, 3 for Barcelona, 70% possession in favor of Barcelona, 92% pass accuracy for Barcelona, 87% pass accuracy for Real Madrid, 8 corners for Madrid, 8 corners, and 2 for Barcelona. So, yeah, those are your halftime stats. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on the match. Let me know, get in the poll too. Let me know who you're supporting. I don't think we have any Madrid supporters in here. Oh, wait, no. I think one showed up. 13 votes. Okay, so we got 23% for Real Madrid, 69% for Barcelona, 8% neutral. Oh, wait, I forgot to stop the timer. That's one thing about live streaming. It's like you're doing so many things, and the timer gets me every single time. It never fails. I always forget to stop it. All right, there we go. I got it set for the second half there. And yeah, and please do hit the like button if you are watching, if you are new. Um, this is traditionally a Manchester United supporters channel. I have my other channel, Football with Bryan Martin, but I was already in this whole setup and zone, so I was like, I'm just going to do the game here. I'm not going to switch and do all that other stuff. So here we are. Oh, and tell me where you're watching from too. That's always interesting to know. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me your thoughts in the first half. Tell me how you would change things. I already told you how I would change things in the second half if I was either team. Um, Tell me how you would change things in the second half. And who are you rooting for? Who are you supporting? I'll tell you this too. I feel like that first half really just like flew by. Let's see who's on the bench again. And I read it out earlier. Yeah, Madrid have Carvajal, Endrick, Rodrigo, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Lunin, of course, backup keeper, Garcia, Asensio, Ceballos, Fran Garcia, Brahim Diaz, Mendy, and Mr. Mastantuono. Barcelona have Araujo, Casado, Martin, Bernal, Torrent, Dro, Fernandez, Bargi, Fernandez again. There's a lot of Fernandezes out there. La Liga, right? Cochin, Aller, Espel. So yes, no Rafinha also, and no Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick has a red card. Rafinha is, I believe, injured. I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong about that. I think Rafinha is injured though. But yeah, tell me your halftime adjustments. Because like I said, for Barcelona, if Valverde is still on the pitch, I'm putting Lamine Yamal on that side to face Valverde to get him a second yellow. It's dirty, but it's the game. And I'm putting Rashford more central to pin back Howson and Militao if I'm Barcelona. If I'm Madrid, I keep doing what I'm doing because that direct, quick through ball to Vinny Jr. and then Mbappe is working. It's working wonders. Barcelona can't cope with it. They want to play that high line. You see them. You see Garcia, Barsi, um, you know, Kunde, Balde wanting to push up. You see them all wanting to push up, but they can't. They can't because as soon as they give Mbappe half a yard, he's gone. Wait, is he not hurt? I thought he was hurt. I thought is he suspended? Let me see what this article says. Blah blah blah. Best player. Yeah, he's hurt. That's what I thought. Okay, I don't know why this other article is making it sound like it was some mystery. He's just injured. Come on, second half, let's go. Hey man, halftime is too long. No, I'm kidding. You say it's too long as a spectator, but as a player, you're like it's not long enough. I'll tell you what is too long though. These international breaks. I'm so sick of these international breaks. I said this before in one of my news shows for Manchester United. I said I would rather the international breaks just be 1 month long in the first part and the second part of the season. So that way the players they're playing with their club teams, getting all that stuff sorted out, getting integrated. Then international break, rather than it being 2 weeks, it's just one whole month. That way they can get, bedded in with their national team. They get comfortable there, right? So that way it doesn't break up the rhythm there. Because I feel like, you play for a few weeks with your club team, then you're away with your national team for 2 weeks. You kind of start to get into a rhythm. And just as you're into a rhythm, now you're back with your club team and it just throws everything off. So I think international breaks should just be a month. Just be a month. And then that way, you know, they they get it out of the way. There's no more interruptions to the season. Because yeah, like these international breaks just annoy me. Really annoy me. All right, here we go. I think we're about to start the second half. I thought we were going to start. I guess not. All right, here we go. Players coming back out. Looks like Barcelona first out, waiting for Real Madrid to come back out. I guess they're not taking Valverde out. I thought they were taking him out to protect him for that yellow card. Here comes Madrid back to the pitch. Getting set for the kickoff of the second half, so just waiting for them to actually kick the ball and start the match again. But yeah, getting the vote. I'm going to end that poll pretty soon. I'm going to put something else in there. Here we go. Second half underway. Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1. Barcelona on the ball right now. Obviously, players have switched ends. Let me get my lineups pulled back up here. See if there were any changes. No changes yet for either side. Camavinga down the right hand side. Yeah, Camavinga's almost a winger this game. Camavinga plays everywhere, I swear. This guy is like center back, center mid, defensive mid. Has he played striker yet? I wouldn't be surprised if he's played striker too. Rashford tried to one time it. Barcelona again struggling to get out. Back heel to Balde. Balde back to Rashford. Here they come now. Here comes Rashford down the left hand side. 1-on-1 with Militao. Lopez right to Courtois. Sorry, that was my water bottle dropping. Hmm. Fix that later. Here come Real Madrid. Camavinga out to the right hand side. Bellingham on the ball now. Goulet. Mbappe back to Goulet. Out to Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. into the box. Stabs it across. Put out by Szczesny for a corner kick for Real Madrid. Setting up for a corner kick for Real Madrid at the moment. Arda Güler to take. Balde and Bellingham are getting very intimate in that box. Headed over by Chouamini. So the end of the poll, 72% of you for Barcelona, 21% for Real Madrid, 7% neutral, 14 votes. I appreciate it. I'm going to put something new in there. What should I put? What should I put? Bellingham into the box. Corner kick. Corner kick looks like. Let's see the replay. Yeah, you can't call that. You can't call that a handball. Yeah. Valverde is and De Jong are talking to the referee right now. So I'm just putting a poll in the chat while we wait for this conversation to end. So what's happening right now, in case you can't see, is there is a possible handball on Barcelona in the box, where the referee's going to the monitor. Wow, 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 wow. That would be hard done by. Oh my goodness. You can't. I mean, but like, what is he supposed to do with his hand there? Ugh. Sorry, I'm not bored. I need to take a breath because I've been talking this whole time, and I can't believe they're even looking at this in VAR right now. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Bellingham is driving into the box. Who's that? Garcia sliding. The ball bounces. It ricochets off of from Bellingham to Garcia, back to Bellingham. It hit Garcia's hand as he's sliding, like moving, still in play in the box. And so right now, the referee is looking at the VAR monitor to see if it should be a handball in the box. Here we go. Penalty. Wow. Wow. I would be pissed if I was a Barcelona player. Wow. I feel like the referees and the VAR team sometimes just want to make themselves more important in the match than they are. And I think this is a case of that. I think the referees are doing way too much in this match. Mbappe to take against Chesney. Blocked. Saved. Saved. No goal. No goal. Chesney save off of Mbappe on the penalty kick. I think that's justice served. I think that's justice served. I got to be honest. I'm neutral here. I'm trying to be impartial, but I think that's justice served because that was an absolute crap penalty kick call. I think the soccer guys were like, no, not this time. Yeah. What a save from Chesney. What a save. I was putting out a tweet real quick. Barcelona trapped in their box. Now they got it out. Kunde inside to Rashford. No, it's not Rashford. Sorry, that was a mile. Fermin. Fermin. Oh, here goes Barcelona. Here goes Barcelona. Oh, he went by himself. Why? Oh, Fermin. Oh no. Terrible. Terrible. Barcelona wasted a chance there. Valverde, big switch. Kunde cuts that out. Back to Kibarsi. Kibarsi to De Jong. De Jong pushes it forward. A little quick 1-2 with Real Madrid. Marcus Rashford. I had the R in my head. Garcia over to Cabarsi. Cabarsi over to Kunde. Kunde inside, looking for Pedri. Back out. Lamine Yamal, who's been quiet. Lamine's been quiet. De Jong across the halfway line, top of center circle, and out. Quick little 1-2. Here come Barcelona down the right hand side through Kunde. Kunde gives it up to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal to De Jong. De Jong looking for options. De Jong to Pedri. Pedri. Rashford. Rashford tries a long shot. That's deflected. Back to Garcia. Garcia over to Balde. Balde inside to Pedri. Pedri over to Cabarsi. Excuse me. Cabarsi over to Kunde. Barcelona right now have set up shop in Real Madrid's half. So their center backs are at the top of the center circle in Barcelona's half, or in Real Madrid's half. But Real Madrid just cut out that pass. Now they're looking to break out through Camavinga. Camavinga steps on the ball, falls over it, coughs it up to Barcelona. De Jong looking for options. Rashford, nice little pass through to Balde. Balde into the ball. Oh, missed it. It's still in play though. Lamine Yamal, other side of the box. Step over, step over. Stuffed. Carreras. Defensive play. Oh. Hmm. You know, I'm watching that Barcelona attack, and I know De Jong's looking for the right pass, but I feel like he's killing the impetus of the attack a little bit. I think De Jong is slowing down the ball a little too much. What? So I was trying to understand that foul that just occurred on Pedri from Bellingham. I didn't see anything wrong with that. I just saw Pedri go down holding his throat as if he had been, karate chopped in the throat, but he wasn't. Lamine loses his footing, ball's loose. That was a very hard challenge by Howson. Came flying in for the loose ball. Yeah, yeah. He got the ball first, but his trailing leg followed through and took out Fermin Lopez. So now it's a free kick for Barcelona in a dangerous area outside the box. I'd say that's probably 8-7 yards outside the box, off center. Arda Guler has the honor of laying on the ground behind the wall. Is House and Militao, Chouamini, and Bellingham in the wall. Rashford and Lamine Yamal standing over the ball to take the free kick for Barcelona. Rashford to take. Far post. Fermin Lopez didn't quite get the contact on it at the far post, and it fell kindly for Courtois. Real Madrid break. Militao. I thought that was Mbappe. That was Militao way up the pitch. Militao was like, oh my goodness. Militao somehow got around Balde all the way up the pitch, uh, and found himself in a very attacking position, which he's probably not familiar with. But then gave a crap layoff to Vinny Jr. and it was cleared out by Barcelona for a Real Madrid throw-in. Yeah, I couldn't tell who that was. I was like, not Mbappe. That's not Mbappe. That's Militao. Cross from Real Madrid, easily collected by Szczesny. Here come Barcelona. What's the referee doing now? Okay, the referee's saying the ball went out of play off of Vinny Jr.'s cross. So now he's called it back for a goal kick. Again, referees and VAR getting way too involved. Kick is up. Valverde wins the header. Camavinga can't quite keep it in. Barcelona going back towards their own goal. Cabarce at the penalty kick spot. Kunde back to Cabarce, who's oh no, he lets it skip. He goes to ooh, that was a dangerous pass from Szczesny. Mbappe almost got that. Rashford on it in the center of the park. Kunde. Here comes Barcelona in a break. Bit of a break. Fermin Lopez. And this is where Barcelona is screwing up. They get down there and then they stop. They get down into Real Madrid's half and then they slow things down way too much, trying to play too cute. Real Madrid get back, they get set, and they nick the ball off of Barcelona, and then Real Madrid go direct the other way. Rinse and repeat. Lamel on the ball. Pedri. De Jong. Lamine Yamal. Again, here we go. Same thing is what I've been saying. Barcelona get it, and then they just walk with it. De Jong on the ball. Pedri. Rashford. Ferran Torres. Nope. Here comes Real Madrid. Militao got it away. Camavinga helped it up to looking for Bellingham. Bellingham complains to the referee, looking for a foul. Nah, that's no foul. There's no foul there. Here comes Kunde. Right hand side. Puts a foot on top of it. Out to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal cuts inside. And he is De Jong on the ball. Torres tried to slide Yamal through. Kunde on the right hand side. Yamal looking tired. De Jong. Again, Barcelona, they have set up shop around Real Madrid's box. Balde to the left hand side now. Balde to Rashford. Rashford trying to dance past Camavinga. Goes back to Garcia, who goes to Pedri, who goes back out to Balde. Balde coming inside. Pedri on it. No way through for Barcelona at the moment. Rashford left hand side. Back inside to Pedri. Eric Garcia. Big challenge. Big challenge from Tchouaméni. Wow. Eric Garcia has stepped up, was going to take a shot, but Tchouaméni came in with a massive challenge. Textbook challenge from Tchouaméni. Wow. Lamine Yamal on the ball. Lamine looking for a shot. It's good. And I don't mean a goal. I mean, that was a field goal kick from Lamine Yamal, if you know American football. 64th minute. Valverde's down. Probably needs to come off the pitch. He's got a yellow card, and now he's going down injured. I think Carvajal is coming on or someone. But Valverde's down. Excuse me. Carvajal putting the shirt on. Looks like Brahim Diaz is going to come on too. Carvajal's frustrated. He's like, am I playing? Am I not? Carvajal's getting sent back to the bench now. Looks like Valverde is going to try to continue on. The physios were giving a thumbs up for Valverde. So Brahim Diaz is going to come on. I'm not sure who's coming on for. All right. Brahim Diaz on for Arda Güler. Yeah, Arda Güler off. Brahim Diaz on. Courtois the goal kick. Brahim Diaz straight into action. Mbappe. Mbappe out to Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. into the box. Shot. Wide. Barcelona was trying to play out of the back just now, and they just fluffed their lines completely. Here comes Real Madrid again. Bellingham. Two shots from Real Madrid, both blocked by Barcelona. Howson, through pass. Carreras. Carreras saves it. Vinny into the box. Poked away. Ball still kind of loose. Cabarce. Lamine Yamal clears. Marcus Rashford on the ball. Touches it back to Balde. Balde inside to De Jong. De Jong carries forward into the center circle. Goes out wide to Lamine Yamal, who's been fairly quiet, I must say. Outside of the boot pass from Yamal. You heard me. You heard me talking. He was like, I got something for you. Lamine Yamal just tried to hit it with the outside of his boot. Tried a little Travella there. Looking for Ferran Torres. But Courtois beat him to it. Real Madrid on the ball. Militao walking it forward. Over to Howson. Howson plays a way too easy pass up to Brahim Diaz. Or no, that's Carreras. I'm sorry. That's Carreras. Howson slips on that pass. Still makes his way to Valverde. Valverde, easy pass to Brahim Diaz. Into the box. Cross. Bellingham. 3-1. 3-1 Real Madrid. Oh, offsides. Oh. Where was the offsides? Ah, okay. Yeah, Barcelona caught Real Madrid offside, so no goal. No goal. Honestly, if you're a defensive player, that play just now from Barcelona where they stepped up and caught the Real Madrid players off sides was beautiful. I mean, they were in perfect unison, stepping up when that ball was played to catch the Real Madrid players offside. So if you're a defensive player, you should watch that. That's how you step up as a unit and catch the other team offsides. Brahim Diaz was looking for the pass, but he passed it to nobody. Here come Barcelona. Courtois off his line, out of his box, rolls back into his box with the ball under slight pressure from Ferran Torres. Courtois picks it up. Valverde goes down the right hand side, looking for Brahim Diaz. De Jong back to Chesney. Chesney to De Jong. De Jong takes a touch and pushes through the center circle. Fermin Lopez out to Lamine Yamal. Kunde. Yamal. Yamal coming through. Yamal still. Yamal loses it. Corner kick. Yamal looking frustrated. Yamal looks very frustrated. I would be too if I were him. There's just no like cohesiveness with Barcelona at the moment. There's little pockets of like togetherness, but like there's not that overall cohesiveness that you're seeing with Real Madrid. Rashford to take the corner kick for Barcelona. Watch them score now. Since I've been saying what I've been saying, watch them go ahead and score. Watch them tie it up. Any minute now. Here we go. Okay. Header over the bar. Goal kick. Real Madrid. Couldn't they put it over the bar? Kubarsi took a hard fall. He's down. Still down. Now he's up. Rodrigo. 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 I'm just playing around. Rodrigo and Carvajal to come on. Vinny's coming off and he is pissed. Valverde's coming off. Carvajal and Rodrigo coming on. And Vinny Jr. is coming off and he's angry. Vinny Jr. is so upset to come off. He's so angry. He's gone straight into the locker room, Vinny Jr. Wow. That's a bad attitude. Vinny Jr. is just throwing a big tantrum on the sideline there. He was so angry to come off. He was talking the whole time. Didn't even acknowledge Xabi Alonso and goes straight down the tunnel. Wow. Wow. So, to the young players watching, that is not how you exit the game. The manager takes you out, you know, you just get off the pitch and go take your place on the bench. I don't care how good you are. You don't come off the pitch like that. They're running for Barcelona deep into their own territory, almost to their corner flag. Which way? What a bizarre call. These referees and these bizarre calls. I wouldn't call that a foul either way. I feel like that was just a coming together of two players. The ball that's not a foul either way. This is what I'm saying. I feel like the referees sometimes when bodies hit the floor, they just blow the whistle and just pick a direction to call the foul. Like they just blow the whistle. There's too many people on the floor at the moment on the grass, so let me just blow the whistle and call a foul one way or the other and whatever. Like I don't understand that. Araujo is on. Eric is off. Ferran Torres is off. Casado is on. I think Ferran Torres had a terrible game. Guy was he was barely involved. I would put Rashford centrally to try and pin back Housen and Militao. Real Madrid, Brahim Diaz. Oh, looking for Mbappe. Didn't quite get to him. Flag was up for offsides, looks like. Yeah, he's off. Again, another beautiful back line from Barcelona. I mean, they were perfectly in sync. They were perfectly in sync, that back line, Barcelona. 76th minute. Chouamini over the top. Looking for Mbappe. Not quite. Chesney's there. Rolls out to Cabarsi to restart the play. Cabarsi walking it forward. Over to Balde. Balde cuts it back. Back to Cabarsi. Cabarsi inside to Casado. He was fouled by Camavinga. Oof. It's kind of an ugly foul from Camavinga there. Balde on the left hand side. Casado. Kunde. Lamine. De Jong. Yamal. Kunde. Kunde with a bad 1-2. Hmm. I feel like this game is starting to kind of, I don't want to say peter out, but it's definitely gone down a few notches, which might play in Barcelona's favor. Speaking of Barcelona, here they are into the box. Pedri switches to Lamine Yamal, other side of the box. Lamine Yamal into the box. Pedri, Casado, Lamine Yamal, De Jong. Out for a throw. Barcelona. Cabarsi, Balde. Balde cuts inside, back to Cabarsi. Araujo. What? Anyway, sorry. Weird message. Cabarsi on the ball. Cabarsi to Araujo in the center circle. Araujo back to Cabarsi. Barcelona looking for a way through Real Madrid's defense. Pedri, swarmed by Real Madrid defenders. Casado keeps it in, and Araujo, Kunde, Lamine Yamal, Kunde won't get there. Lamine Yamal tried a through ball, tried a little give and go with Kunde, but Kunde isn't quite fast enough. If you ask me, I think Kunde is the next person at Barcelona who might need replacing. I don't think he offers enough going forward. I don't think he does. Chouamini, Mbappe through. Mbappe, no. Mbappe had a break on goal. It was blocked. Chouamini had a follow up shot, also blocked out for a corner kick for Real Madrid. Corner kick, Real Madrid. Rodrigo to take. You know, for this to be 2-1, it just doesn't feel like it's intense anymore. Like the game started out end to end. Now it's just kind of like it's died a little bit. Mbappe, I think he's offsides. I can't. No, you can't. You can only watch the real match through a regular media outlet, so I can't show the match. No, they will sue you quick, fast, and in a hurry if you try and stream the match through your YouTube channel or any other means. So I'm watching it right now through ESPN2 via Hulu. Cabarsi, too much on that pass for Casado. Bellingham on it. Bellingham running into trouble. It's a foul. Rashford's offsides. It's on Hulu. Hulu on ESPN. Looks like Barcelona is lining up Bargy to come on, the Swedish winger. Barcelona have the ball at the moment. Balde cutting inside. Fermin Lopez goes back to Pedri. Pedri Cabarsi over to Araujo. Barcelona Araujo long shot, stupid. Why would you shoot it that far to try and beat Thibaut Courtois? I don't know. You're like 30 yards out. Vinny, in case you missed it, Vinny Jr. went off in an absolute tantrum um, when he was getting subbed off the pitch by Xabi Alonso, and he went straight down the tunnel. Didn't even acknowledge Alonso. Alonso didn't even acknowledge Vinny Jr. But now Vinny Jr. is back on the bench with a loving teammate hug from Andrew Lunin. Oh man, Vinny threw a fit. Barcelona on the ball in the center circle is De Jong, who goes out to Kunde. Giveaway. Here comes Real Madrid. Camavinga blocked. One back by Barcelona. Here comes Barcelona. Again, another bad pass. 50-50 ball. Kunde wins it. Lamine Yamal cutting inside. Lamine Yamal tackles flying in, but nothing clear. Barcelona now just outside of Real Madrid's box, passing it around. De Jong has it. De Jong over to Pedri. Pedri to Yamal, who's now playing a little bit more inside. He's not on that touchline anymore. Casado, Balde. See, this is where Barcelona to me are making a mistake. They're moving the ball a bit faster than they were, but Barcelona, they're getting down to Real Madrid's half, camping out around the box, passing it from side to side. They're doing a better job of it now because before in the first half they were passing side to side very slowly. At least now they've quickened the pace a bit, but they still aren't finding that penetrating pass they're looking for to cut Real Madrid open and get a shot off. So I think Barcelona needs to change their tactics. I don't think this side to side passing is going to do it. Looks like Chouamini's got some, no, Camavinga's got some cramp going on. Chouamini's helping him stretch. Hansi Flick has his hand on his forehead. Hansi Flick is not on the touchline. He's serving a suspension, but they're showing him up in like the press box or wherever he's sitting, VIP suite. He's got his hand on his head like this. Obviously not happy with the current result. We're just waiting for Camavinga to have some treatment from the physios. So it's a bit of a break in the match at the moment. While there is a break in the match, let me just refresh the stats here. 18 shots for Real Madrid, 12 shots for Barcelona, 7 shots on target for Real Madrid, 6 shots on target for Barcelona, 52% possession in favor of Barcelona, 91% pass accuracy for Barcelona, 88% pass accuracy for Real Madrid. 11 corners for Real Madrid, 3 corners for Barcelona. Those are your match stats in the 87th minute. It looks like Camavinga has come off the pitch. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, Flash. Barcelona with the restart here. Here comes. Who is that on the ball? De Jong. Barcelona playing a bit more direct now. That back heel from Rashford didn't quite come off. I feel like in these last few minutes, suddenly the game is going to click back into life. Mbappe, who's loose, into the box, shot, wide. Yeah. I think Madrid at this point, I mean, we're in the 88th minute, almost 89th minute. There will be a decent amount of stoppage time added, but I think Madrid will win it. Barcelona, their attack has been a bit blunt, if you ask me. They haven't really forced the issue. Like the one goal they had was nice, but apart from that, Barcelona really hasn't, in my opinion, threatened as much. They're slowing down the ball too much when they get it into Real Madrid's half, and they're allowing Real Madrid to sit back and play defense, and they're not finding that penetrating pass like I was speaking about earlier. As I said that, they literally, as I was saying, Barcelona has not found that penetrating pass. What do? They find a pass over the top to Kunde, who doesn't finish it because he doesn't know how to finish because he's a defender. He should have just headed that first time. I don't know why he was trying to chest it down and do whatever he was doing with it. He should have just headed that into the back of the net. That was a golden chance for Barcelona. Oh, oh man, the age-old question of Ronaldo or Messi. I know I've got some Barcelona fans watching. I think I've got more Barcelona fans watching right now than Real Madrid fans. But I'm sorry, I got to go with Ronaldo. He was my favorite growing up. Now he's my favorite. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying he's my favorite out of the two. I think they both are supremely talented footballers. I think we have been very fortunate to be able to see them both in our lifetime. So, you know, Mbappe's coming off the pitch. But yeah, I can't say who's better, but I would say that Ronaldo's my favorite out of the two. Also because of Real, Manchester United. I mean, this is a Manchester United channel, so that is my club. Gonzalo is on the pitch for Real Madrid. 9 minutes of added time. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of time left. I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm a Manchester United fan. This is my usual Manchester United channel. Um, I was going to do this game on my other channel, Football with Brian Martin, linked below. But I couldn't be bothered to switch everything over to my Brian Martin stuff, so I just kept it to my Manchester United stuff. Yeah, you see all the Manchester United stuff. That's my squad. That's my team. But I definitely respect both Barcelona and Real Madrid. I mean, you know, I've got players I like on both teams. And obviously this is El Clasico, right? So like you can't not watch it. You can't not cover it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Like I'll tell you what, so I know for one of my favorite players, probably surprisingly for Real Madrid, is actually on the bench. He's injured, but David Alaba, I like him a lot. I liked him since his early Bayern days. I actually got to meet David Alaba in New York City back when he was at Bayern, and they were doing a bit of a meet and greet. I got to get in and meet him, um, and he was super cool, super nice. We chatted for a bit, and so you know, so he's one of my favorites. Also, here comes Barcelona streaking down the left hand side. Balde. No, I've not met Ronaldo. I've seen him play a number of times, but I've not met him in person. That would be a dream. That'd be a dream come true. I've seen Ronaldo, I've seen Messi, I've seen all those guys play in person a number of times, but I've not met either of them. One day, one day, one day. Barcelona with the ball marching forward. Do I play? Yeah, I haven't played much in a while. I'm a little older now, but back in my day, yeah, I played for a club team. Um, I was in the national team pool for the US when I was younger, when I was a teenager. Um, and yeah, I played quite a bit at a fairly high level. Balling from Barcelona. Deflected away by Real Madrid. Real Madrid clears. Oh, that falls kindly for Brahim Diaz, but he's got no one with him. Now he's got numbers. Rodrigo into the box. Rodrigo! Oh, saved by Chesney. If Rodrigo got a better shot on that, that would have been another goal, but wasn't to be. There is about 4.5 minutes left because it's 9 minutes of stoppage time. So 4.5 minutes left. Barcelona on the ball. Pedri in the center circle coming across the halfway line. Barcelona out to the right hand side. Here comes Bargy. Oh, where's the box? Oof. Chouamini with a big block there. Ooh. That was just high enough to not be a handball for Chouamini in the box. Barcelona. Castro into the box. No. Castro recovers the ball. Barcelona probing for a chance. Poor pass from Lamine Yamal gives it away to Real Madrid. Rodrigo gets fouled. Oh, it wasn't a foul. I thought it was a foul. Okay. Barcelona with the ball. Araujo on the left-hand side is a left winger almost into the box. And he overplays his hand. Araujo looked awful just now. I wish you could have seen it. Araujo was basically on the left-hand side playing as a winger almost. And he got into the box. And then he tries a horrible looking shimmy. And then just dribbles right out of bounds over the touchline. I always laugh when like center backs get into the attacking positions because they look so clumsy. I think Yamal has changed a lot. Do you think he's changed for the better or for worse? Camavinga on the ball. Camavinga fouled. Pedri fouls Camavinga about 18, 12 yards outside the box, I'd say. But yeah, Flash, tell me, do you think Yamal has changed for the better or for worse? I'm just going to check something really quickly here. I don't think Madrid are going to shoot this. I mean, it would be silly to shoot it. I would just do a short touch. Oh, and controversial things. Yeah, he has been some controversial stuff off the pitch. Rodrigo, oh, he shot it. Chesney shot it. I mean, Rodrigo shot it. Chesney saved it out for a corner kick for Real Madrid. I didn't think he should have shot it, but he shot it. But whatever, they got a corner out of it, so now they can probably sit in the corner and eat some more time because we are into the last minute of stoppage time. The last minute. But yeah, Yamal has been involved in some controversial stuff off the pitch. So, that's a tough thing with like, young people in general getting a lot, if you know what I mean, a lot of money, a lot of attention, a lot of fame. They're still not fully developed up here. So, you know, it makes it like they need extra people around them um to yeah. Yeah, they need extra people around them to make sure that they don't do anything stupid. But unfortunately, whoever was supposed to be watching Yamal didn't do a good job. Here comes Barcelona. Last roll of the dice. Oh, that is a foul. That's a last minute red card for Pedri. A last minute red card for Pedri. He's sent off the pitch. I mean, dude, like, why did you do that in the dying seconds of the match? You already had a yellow card. Like, you just got a yellow card 5 seconds earlier. Now there's a fight on the touchline between Real Madrid and Barcelona players. This is crazy. This is like descended into chaos just now. This is so there's a fight between the Madrid players and the Barcelona players on the touchline. Pedri stupidly got a yellow card, then went and got another yellow card seconds later, red card. So now he's suspended for the next match. The police are involved. This just descended into chaos. Vinny Jr. was in there instigating stuff. Wow, referees trying to sort out who's getting yellow cards and who's not. Andre Luna's got a yellow card. The goalkeeper, backup goalkeeper on the bench, he's got a yellow card. Yeah, game over. I'm like, just call the game at this point. Game over. Real Madrid, 2 goals. Barcelona, 1 goal. That is your match. Let me read you the final stats for the match. Let me hit refresh here. Mbappe and Bellingham, 2 goals for Real Madrid, excuse me. Fermin Lopez, 30th minute goal. 21 shots for Real Madrid, 13 Barcelona, 9 shots on target for Real Madrid, 6 for Barcelona. The players are still getting into it. The players are still getting into it. They're having to be pulled apart. They're having to be pulled apart right now. Lamine Yamal's getting walked off the pitch. The police are involved. It's still going on. It's still Rafinha's in it now. Rafinha and Antonio Rudiger are in it. It's weird because they're in plain clothes and they're fighting. This is bizarre. This is bizarre. Very bizarre. All right, yeah, the Real Madrid players are like, let's just get in a circle and jump around and dance together because that was bizarre. Anyway, what I was saying, Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1, Mbappe 22nd minute goal. Fermin Lopez ties it up 38th minute. Jude Bellingham scores a tap in 43rd minute. That was all in the first half. Um, Real Madrid outplayed Barcelona. Let's just be honest. I mean, yes, the possession stats are in favor of Barcelona by like 4%, but Real Madrid had 21 shots. Barcelona had 13, 9 on target for Madrid, 6 for Barcelona. Um, I mean, 12 corners for Madrid, 4 for Barcelona. So yeah, possession doesn't count for anything if you're not scoring goals, right? So every time Barcelona got down the pitch to attack, they would set up shop around Real Madrid's box, and then the game would just die. De Jong spent way too much time on the ball, especially in the first half and into the start of the second half. De Jong spent way too much time on the ball. He slowed down the attack. I know he was looking for options for a penetrating pass, but it just wasn't coming off. But at least move the ball around. He wasn't moving the ball. Pedri got involved a bit. Lamine Yamal was really quiet. Um, you know, I hope Lamine Yamal is not turning into a one-trick pony. I'm just gonna say that now. I hope that's not the case because he was very quiet. Um, you know, Barcelona obviously missed Rafinha this match. Um, Mbappe and Vinicius were just too much for Barcelona's defense. Barcelona wanted to play their high line. They wanted to get their players forward and sit and control the match. But as soon as they turned it over, it was a direct ball from Bellingham or from Chouamini or Camavinga up to Vinicius or Mbappe. So Barcelona couldn't cope. Um, Marcus Rashford was a bit quiet too. I thought that Barcelona underutilized his speed. I think when Barcelona tries to get down there and set up and pass around, that's not Rashford's game really. And so I think it took away one of Rashford's assets by not utilizing his speed and by slowing down the match. So I think Barcelona kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit in this match, if I'm being honest, on top of missing Rafinha. But take nothing away from Real Madrid either. Real Madrid probably could have won 4-0. I mean, there was a penalty shout. Lamine Yamal fouled Vinny Jr. in the box early on in the match. I thought was a foul. Everyone and their mother thought was a foul. Referee thought otherwise. So no call there. And then Mbappe had a beautiful volley to catch Chesney napping, but the referee deemed he was offsides, and so that put the squash on that one, right? So, entertaining match. First half for sure. Second half kind of died down a little bit. Not a whole lot really in it. There's a few chances here and there. Koundé should have buried his chance at the end, but again, that's what happens when you get defenders up in attacking positions. You saw Araujo when he got into attacking position, almost forgot. Like he suddenly got Bambi legs, right? Araujo when he got up, left side of the box, suddenly he was looking like Bambi on ice out there, dribbled out of bounds. Koundé should have headed the ball into the back of the net. Instead, he was trying to chest it down from like 2 yards out. Don't know why he would do that. So yeah, good match, good win for Real Madrid. Not the best showing for Barcelona, but hey, we move. So for the table, what that does for those following La Liga, that keeps Real Madrid in pole position with 27 points. Barcelona in second place with 22 points. Villarreal, third place, 20 points. Espanyol, fourth place, 18 points. And we'll go ahead and go into fifth place. Atletico Madrid, 16 points. So it's becoming a two-horse race again. I mean, well, you could put Villarreal on there. We'll still call it a three-horse race, although Real Madrid are pulling clear at the top of the table in La Liga. So that is your match, El Clasico, brought to you by Bryan Martin and all the other, official companies and partners, but most importantly, Bryan Martin. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I will see you on the next one. Peace.